Florida families have just 10 days left to take advantage of a special offer through the state's prepaid college savings plan. If you open a 529 savings account by August 15th, families will receive $50 added to that account. Shannon Colavecchio is joining us now to explain how the plan works via Zoom. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
So I think that people sometimes get the 529 plan and the prepaid college plan a little confused. So I'd like to kind of break down the 529 plan if you don't mind. So we know you have to be a Florida resident to enroll. Is there a schedule that you have to commit to when you put money into a 529 account, like a certain amount each month?
No, you can save what you can when you can. And that's probably one of the biggest differences between a prepaid plan and a 529 savings plan. And I think that for many families, that flexibility to save, again, what they can when they can is comforting, especially if they have a budget that is more uncertain. They're not locked into a monthly payment.
Which I think is a good reminder for anybody who's signed up for the child tax credit too, with their taxes and everything, is when that check comes in August, this might be a good way to use that money.
We are seeing families ask about that, and certainly those child tax credits are a great way to start opening up that plan. And the great thing about a 529 savings plan is even just $25 a month saved consistently over, the course of a child's grade school years can add up to several $1,000s.
So can you explain then, once you're putting this money in, it's essentially invested for you?
Yes, you can choose from a number of options. We make it very easy to understand the different investment options. We've also added a number of investment funds and lowered the fees on those funds so that most of what you're saving is going into that and growing. Many families choose our age-based investment strategy. It's very simple, kind of set it and forget it. What happens is the closer they get to college age and actually using the money that you've grown in that plan, the more conservative the investment strategy becomes, because we want to maintain what's in there. And it's a great way to just sort of sustain that.
So what are the requirements then for using that money? Because I think we make an assumption it's only for Florida colleges and universities, but can't you use it for private school, for younger kids as well, or no?
Yes. So the 529 savings plan, just like the prepaid plan, can be used for any qualifying institution in Florida or out, public or private. But the 529 savings plan can also be used for things beyond tuition: housing, books, technology. There's a whole list of qualified educational expenses. And you mentioned younger grades. So because of some changes in federal legislation, families can also use their 529 savings plan for K through 12 schools.
And just to be clear, again, comparing it to the prepaid college plan, if you open a 529 account now, for example, it's not somehow, though, locking you in to the college rate in the state of Florida right now. Is that right?
That is correct. So you are essentially working to grow that money over time and use what grows in there to cover college expenses, whatever they may be. A prepaid plan is different in that you are locking in future tuition today. So those are slightly different, but there are people who like the flexibility of the 529 savings plan and the fact that they can use it for things beyond tuition. We also had families that decide to open both. They open a prepaid plan to lock in that tuition, and then they also open a 529 savings plan to cover all the other expenses of college.
Shannon Colavecchio, thanks for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I want to point out also that I was playing around with the calculator yesterday on the My Florida prepaid college app, and for $100 a month, if you decided to put that into a 529 account, that money can grow to about $34,000 after 18 years. So pretty impressive. Now, any Florida prepaid 529 plan account that is open by August 15th, we want to remind you, will have $50 added to the account for free for signing up. And again, you can go to myfloridaprepaid.com to learn more.